This podcast is brought to you in part by Academy Travel at MickeyVacations.com. Academy Travel is the official travel sponsor of the Pirates and Princesses podcast, and we can't recommend them enough. Go to MickeyVacations.com/PNP. That's MickeyVacations.com/PNP to get started on your next Disney dream vacation today. And now on with the show.
Glad you could come along. I put a spell on you.
Grid is live. Initiate light cycle battle.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Welcome to the Pirates and Princesses podcast.
We're a different kind of Disney podcast. We do it our way.
We talk about Disney parks, Disney movies, TV, video games.
Anything Disney.
I'm your host, Tom Pratt.
And I'm your other host, Cambria Pratt.
Welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about a bunch of rumors. It's the Rumor Cast.
Rumors. Woo.
Dirty little...
It's the Gossip Cast.
Gossip Cast. Dirty little Disney secrets.
That's a t-shirt right there.
Dirty
little Disney secrets.
Dirty little Disney secrets right here. No, actually, we're going over a lot of the news for the weekend. It seems like most everything that's worth talking about is unsubstantiated scuttlebutt.
I just like the word scuttlebutt.
Scuttlebutt.
But I think of the bird
in his butt. Yeah.
Scuttle's butt.
Yeah. Okay, so what should we talk about first? The Main Street Electrical Parade. The last time I talked about that, that was when I did my lonely cast.
The lonely sad cast.
The sad cast by myself. And the Main Street Electrical Parade is leaving Walt Disney World. It's been confirmed. The last day is October 9th. So that was a rumor. Now it is true.
Yeah, but it's left before.
It has left. It's sad to see it go, but now the difference here, and I didn't make it clear in the last podcast, was people think this is like the last hurrah because they're sending it to Disneyland where it originated.
Yes, but they've sent it to Disneyland again before, and it's come back. You know what I mean? This is not the first time.
Yeah, but they're thinking this might be the end of line.
That's what they always say.
They always say. So anyway... So one of the rumors is, the Main Street Electrical Parade is making one last lap. It is going to Disneyland for sure, which is cool because it did originate there. That's where I used to watch it all the time, was in Disneyland. The other rumor is they're going to swap parades and they're going to bring Paint the Night from Disneyland here. That hasn't been confirmed yet.
Well, they have to do something.
They're going to have to do something, but I guess for now, at least for the remainder of the year, they're not going to do anything because they have the Halloween parade and the Christmas parade. So,
yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense.
But, Paint the Night is pretty awesome. I've never seen it in person, but I've seen the YouTube videos. And objectively speaking, as much as I love the Main Street Electrical Parade, Paint the Night completely destroys it.
I haven't seen it.
So, it'd be really awesome to see that, even if it's only for a year or two here. So that is a rumor.
Okay. Well, no, it's confirmed. But
it's
the other
partially confirmed. Now here's
half-truths.
It's a half-truths. Lies and half-truths. That's what we do here, Pirates and Princesses.
No, it's not.
It should be. We'd get a lot more traffic.
Which one? Which one are you? The lies and the half-truths.
Clickbait. We are the most clickbaitinest site out there. Now this is a half-truth. Actually, I believe this one is true because part of it has been confirmed. Now, we talked about before, we didn't talk about it on this, Guardians of the Galaxy coming to California.
We mentioned it, yes.
And that was a rumor. And that was a rumor started by some Disney insiders. They confirmed
that California was for
sure. They did.
Yes.
They confirmed it at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, we knew that before it was confirmed.
People laughed. They said that's ridiculous. They'd never retheme the Tower of Terror on the East Coast, but they're doing it in California. Well, the other part of the rumor was the Guardians of the Galaxy were coming to Epcot, to Future World, and everybody went, ha, 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 that'll never happen. Well, apparently it's going to happen, and they're going to...
But at least they're going to gut the one ride that should we get it?
They're well, originally I was under the understanding it was going to be a refurbishment.
Oh no, it's not. They're tearing the whole building down.
No, they're knocking down the universe of energy. Ellen and her pointy stick.
Yes, Tristan will have to come up with a new song.
They're going to be
We'll have
homeless.
to have Tristan do a eulogy to Ellen and her pointy stick.
Yeah, the animatronic dinosaurs will be displaced.
They
maybe
will be dinosaurs.
Yeah, or maybe they'll find a place for them on the new ride. They do that sometimes. Now, the thing that's interesting is I thought, well, it's Epcot, it's Future World, Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe they'll do something with space exploration or something educational. No. We're getting a roller coaster
I think that's awesome, though.
in Future World with Marvel characters.
They said it's like a roller coaster, but there's parts that it goes slower. Kind of like, I think it's like Seven Dwarfs, where it's like, it's a roller coaster, but then it does.
Yeah, so it might be like a dark ride type thing with some, I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
I'm really torn about this because I understand people being upset because
It doesn't have the edutainment
right,
aspect.
Epcot is not Epcot 1982 anymore, and
Sad, I know.
it's never going to be Epcot 1982
No.
again. But you know what? We were really apprehensive about Frozen, and Frozen turned out fine.
Frozen was amazing.
And let's be honest here. I don't think Universe of Energy is on anybody's must-do list. I mean, we skipped
Well, it
it
might
last
be, and
trip.
we're sorry if we offended you, but
Every bad ride is somebody's favorite ride. I mean, you know that. Like, every bad ride is somebody's favorite ride.
just like every bad person has someone out there who loves them.
Right. So, yeah, it's just kind of, it's yet another, classic Epcot attraction. Well, classic, I use the term lately, but an old school Epcot attraction that's getting gone. And I think people are upset because they're like, oh, it's more IP, and people have actually been calling it Epcot, IP-cot, because of all the, they've got Frozen now and Guardians of the Galaxy. And there's some other things we're going to talk about here. Yeah, so I don't know. I think any addition to Future World at this point is probably a good thing.
Right. I think too that they have, other than Test Track, they don't really have it. Well, they have Soar in that, which is kind of a thrill, but Test Track is like their big thrill. And then Mission Space, the orange version.
Yeah, which
But they were talking
is
about tearing
meh.
that out too at some point.
There was a rumor at some point that they were talking about either retheming Mission Space, which I thought, now the original plan I had heard was Mission Space would be rethemed for Guardians of the Galaxy, which does make sense because you could do the whole space exploration thing, and then that they were going to tear down the Universe of Energy but put the Tron coaster up. So now apparently the Guardians of the Galaxy are getting the coaster.
Is it going to be in like the Tron coaster?
I'm wondering.
Same system?
Well, because you said before,
Because Test Track's very similar to Tron.
right? I mean, I don't think they
It's
could
not
do.
Tron, but it's
Yeah.
Tron-ish.
If they would put a Tron attraction in Walt Disney World, I think they'd almost have to put it in Hollywood Studios because Test Track is very, very Tron.
Yeah.
So, I guess that kind of makes sense, but I don't know if it's the same kind of coaster system. I doubt
We don't know
it.
anything yet, other than they're going to do it.
No. So, I mean, I can't blame them. I mean, let's be honest here. Future World is probably the most neglected part of all Walt Disney World.
The set Epcot's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to, see the classic rides remain, just be updated. But I mean, it's 2016 and times change and tastes change and kids want characters, and that's just
Dang kids.
those dang kids. Yeah, blame the kids. But while we're dealing with Epcot, and we'll talk about this one before we take a break. But there's another room. Now, this one I've heard for a while.
Yeah, we've heard this one for a while.
Journey into Imagination, that they were going to refurb it, which I've heard all over the place that they were going to bring back a new version of the classic ride.
Which is what they should do. But that's not what they're going to do.
That's supposedly not what's going to happen. That we talked before how awesome it would be for them to bring Mystic Manor over here from
Mystic
Hong Kong.
Manor is amazing, yes.
and retheme it with Dreamfinder and Figment. That would be really cool. But again, going with the IP theme, the rumor is that Journey into Imagination will get gone and become an Inside Out ride.
See, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I mean, I love Inside Out. But I don't think Inside Out has the pull to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if all the things they could put in there, and then the most requested thing they get from every year is bring back Dreamfinder and Figment, make a better Journey to Imagination ride. So we're just going to chuck that completely out the window and make it Inside Out.
I'm having a really hard time because, I mean, really, I'm thinking, okay, Inside Out is very, very similar to Cranium Command, and they already have the pavilion for that.
But that was different because it doesn't actually
empty.
Ride. That's
no,
just like
but it sits
It was
empty.
just like a show.
So I guess I was kind of hoping if they were going to do Inside Out, they would do it there. And that might be the case. I mean, these are all rumors. Things do change.
Yeah, I think they should do Inside Out, but I agree. I'd get the Wonders of Life pavilion back up and running, and I'd put stuff in there.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff would fit in there. I mean, bring back Dreamfinder and Figment, make it like Mystic Manor. I think that would be a win-win, but we don't get to make those decisions.
No, so then it gets weirder. This rumor gets weirder. And apparently this is on Jim Hill's podcast. But he's saying that Dreamfinder and Figment will return, but they're not going to be in Epcot.
Yeah, that's weird because Figment pretty much was the like icon for Epcot for a long time.
Yeah, before they brought Mickey and the gang in, it was Figment was sort of the mascot for Epcot. The rumor is that Dreamfinder and Figment will be walking around Tomorrowland.
Yeah, just walking,
just strolling around like they did back in the 80s. You know,
but no ride.
But there won't be an attraction. There will not be a Dreamfinder and Figment attraction. They'll just be characters strolling about Tomorrowland.
Here's the thing. This doesn't make any sense. They brought the comic from Marvel and all this stuff. Why the heck, if they're making a big push for it and they're bringing it back and everything else, would they do that?
Well, according to the rumor, the version of Dreamfinder and Figment that would walk around would be from the comic. They would be the more steampunk version. But it makes no...
I mean, but originally they said they were going to do the steampunk theme in Tomorrowland, and now they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, they took the gears off of Carousel Progress
yeah.
and everything else. And so rainbow.
Well, see, that's what gets me too, because I'm like, the first thing I thought when I saw the new paint scheme on Carousel Progress was it looked like old school 80s Epcot. It kind of looked like During the Imagination, the rainbow decor, and then now they're talking Dreamfinder Figure. So, I mean, this is just like
the next
nuts.
thing is going to be the Carousel Progress is going to be rethemed as Dreamfinder and Figment. And each time you turn, you're going to get a new, like in the original ride, they had like the scary story section and the, film section and all that.
I have no idea. I mean, this
I'm
really,
just making this stuff up as I go.
I think,
so you know.
I'm wondering if people aren't just making this stuff up and just kind of feeding it to...
Well, no, I'm making this one up. I mean, if they painted it rainbow, so clearly that means that they're going to put Dreamfinder and Figment
Well,
in
they're
there.
painting the rocks, too.
Yes, I know the rocks. What's up with that?
I have no idea. So
Because they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're like purpley. They look metallic. They look sci-fi, very sci-fi.
They're gorgeous, but I don't know what they're... I mean, I don't understand what they're doing.
I don't even know what... is there a theme with Tomorrowland? I have no idea what the theme for Tomorrowland is. I mean,
it's supposed to be Tomorrowland.
It's supposed to be Tomorrowland, but we'll talk a little bit more about.
They have
Tomorrowland.
Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor there, which makes no sense, and then the racing cars are over there, which makes no sense.
Tomorrowland's just like a hodgepodge of what these rides didn't fit anywhere else. So
Second Tomorrowland,
pretty much. But hey, let's take a quick break. We'll have a word from our sponsor, and then we'll be back, and we'll talk a little bit more about Tomorrowland and its hodgepodge of rides. This podcast is brought to you in part by Academy Travel at MickeyVacations.com. Academy Travel is the official travel sponsor of the Pirates and Princesses podcast, and we can't recommend them enough. Academy Travel is a platinum earmarked travel agency with over 20 years of experience helping plan countless Disney dream vacations. And now our listeners can take advantage of their expertise by going to a special VIP site where you can claim special offers and discounts only available to Pirates and Princesses listeners, as well as get a free no-obligation quote from Lisa and her expert team of agents. Their services are 100% free and they really know their Disney. Go to MickeyVacations.com/PNP. That's MickeyVacations.com/PNP to get started on your next Disney dream vacation today. And now back to the show. And we are back, and we're going to talk more about Tomorrowland and Rumors.
and Tomorrowland, the hodgepodge land.
The hodgepodge of Disney magic.
Because nothing says Tomorrowland like Monsters Inc. and the race cars.
Yeah, actually, one of the least Tomorrowland. Well, I guess it kind of fits. Stitch's Great Escape.
Oh,
now we had a chance. Now we've been to Disney several times. And we've never done Stitch's Great Escape because we've heard such terrible things about it. So it was never on our to-do list. Last trip, basically we went on because everything else was full. And so we're like, let's go check out Stitch. And I can honestly say it's probably my least favorite Disney attraction ever. I mean, being strapped in a chair and having Stitch belch onions in your face.
Well, I mean, if I want that, I'll just, have you tie me to a chair and burp in my face.
I wouldn't do that to you, dear.
No, it's nasty.
So anyway, Stitch's Great Escape, terrible attraction, in my opinion. Probably getting the boot, though. They're talking about putting a Wreck-It Ralph VR game in the location where Stitch's Great Escape is, and it's going to be based off of the Sugar Rush.
So they're not going to use that theater. They're going to take that out.
I think they're going to use the theater, but the way I understand it, from according to the rumor, is it's going to be the theater is going to be full of like individual little like car pods or racing VR pod. So I think you design your car like you would Test Track, and then you race against other people in the theater, and then there's like a winner or something.
It's going to be interesting how they're going to pull that off.
They'll probably tie it in your Magic Band or something, but...
Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to pull that off.
I don't know.
I love Wreck-It Ralph. I'm all for Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, so, Wreck-It Ralph, they've got a sequel coming out. It's very relevant. People actually like Ralph. Well, they like Stitch, too, but they just don't like his ride. I don't know. I mean, that seems like a good use of space. And since the next Ralph movie is supposed to deal with Ralph taking over the internet, that seems like it's pretty topical and a little more Tomorrowland than being belched at. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I remember when it was Alien Encounter, so that's why they have the restraints, because that thing, gosh, my sister freaked out. But that thing was, a lot more creepier than Stitch. So they didn't want you running around the theater, so they restrained you.
Well, I think they restrain you because once you realize the ride sucks, you're going to make
It's not even a ride.
It's not a ride. You sit in a chair and get burped at.
It's an interactive experience.
It's not even an experience. The Stitch animatronic comes up, the little robot arms flail around for about 15 minutes. You're bored out of your mind, you get belched at, and then you leave.
Pretty much.
I mean, I don't get it. But, whatever. So it's probably going away. I have no intention of ever sitting through it again. So, good science fiction. Star Wars.
Yay!
Star Wars Land, the quasi-official opening date from what people are saying based on some paperwork floating around is September of 2019.
Boo.
So you're going to be waiting a while.
Well, I'm not surprised. Everything they do takes forever.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. Some of the things that they're talking about doing include using like real lightsabers. So
this is neat.
They're going to use RFID technology, I guess, with light. So it would be like their version of the wands at Harry Potter. But you're going to get your lightsaber, and I guess they're going to use drones to project lasers, quote unquote, onto mist. So sort of like Phantasmic, and you can actually use your lightsaber to dodge the laser blast. Deflect, yes, deflect. Deflect, thank you. See, you're a Jedi.
I am a Jedi. Actually, I was a bad guy that died.
That's right. Cam was actually in the Expanded Universe books that are no longer canon. So
that was
true
actually
story.
named after me, yes.
Yep. So
I'm that big a dork.
Anyway, so I don't think they'll have a Cambria in Star Wars Land.
No, but they did bring back Thrawn, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll have to check out Rebels. I actually haven't been following Rebels too much, but
we don't have time to follow Rebels. We need to.
Star Wars Land. I mean, it sounds like it's really kind of the ideas are shaping up, but there's yet to be anything tangible.
I'm so excited about that, though. I can't tell you. I mean, I'm vibrating on that one. I'm very excited.
They better have blue milk for sale. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
snack
sure
credit.
Will.
Use your snack credit for the blue milk. But let's see what else we've got here. So yeah, we're gonna be waiting a while for Star Wars Land. We've still got Avatar in 2017, which I think is gonna be pretty.
Yeah, I'm excited
impressive.
about that too. Even though I never watched the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's
should
gonna
watch
be cool.
that movie.
But okay, so MagicBands. Now there's again another rumor. There's actually photos and FCC paperwork and all this stuff floating around for a new style of MagicBand.
Yeah, I'm not keen on this.
But it's not really a band per se. It looks like a hockey puck. So people are speculating that the new MagicBands will basically have your chip in this hockey puck, and that you'll get different bands that you can swap them out
Yeah.
like Fitbit.
I'm not excited about it because I just can foresee issues here. I mean, I'm sure you can lose your Magic Band anyway, but these things could pop right out. I mean, the way kids fidget with stuff, I could just see it like, you're on, Mine Train, your kids messing with their, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, you know how you look in like Small World and there's pennies?
Yes.
You're going to find all these Magic Band pucks at the bottom of Small World.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know if, having them as being removable is a good thing.
Well, okay, so maybe the pucks, they'll just embed them into the back of our necks and you'll never be able to take them out.
No.
Okay. Well, people think that they were doing this. Couple theories here. One is that they're not the Magic Bands for Walt Disney World, but they're actually the Magic Bands for Disneyland because Disneyland is going to get Magic Bands.
Yes, they're not. Yeah.
So that's a possibility. The other possibility is that Disney is just trying to cut down on the number of Magic Bands that guests have, because if you're going to Disney more than once a year, you're going to start accumulating a pile of Magic Bands.
Well, so what if you're paying for it? But beyond that, the batteries only last a couple years is the problem. I'm not seeing, unless the puck has a place where you can open the battery and switch it, how that's going to make a difference, because you're still going to run into the same issue of it only lasts a couple years and the battery dies.
Right. I don't understand why it's that hard to keep track of people that have multiple bands, because you're going to have the same family information probably on each trip. Why can't they just transfer all the data off of one Magic Band onto the new ones, or just say, hey, keep your Magic Bands if you come back later in the year?
That's what I always thought they did, but apparently not.
Apparently they don't. So
we've got a bunch sitting around here. We're probably going to be able to have a bunch more sitting around here shortly. So
I don't know. I mean, would it be cool to just have like one, this is your Magic Band and it just, recharges every time you go to Disney? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool, but I don't like the puck.
Well, they had like the Vera Bradley ones, which are really awesome when I would have bought one, or even the Haunted Mansion one. But the problem is you only use it that one trip, and then what do you do with it?
Well, I guess you can. I think it's more like collectible doodad. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the batteries last a couple years.
Yours is sitting in our dashboard in our car, which I don't know why it's sitting in our car.
It's ready for the next trip.
It's just sitting there. I'm like, why is there a Magic Band in our car?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back. But that's that. Can you think of any other rumors or?
No, I'm just sitting here trying to think of how you could recycle Magic Bands and make something cool out of it. I have no ideas yet, but I'll get back to you.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Somebody will come up with that on Etsy.
They probably already did. I'll have to go look that up.
Yeah. So, that's all I can think of as far as rumors. But it seems like there's a lot of rumors going on regarding Epcot and Tomorrowland.
They were saying they were getting $3.5 billion, and most of the money was going to, Avatar Land and Star Wars Land and all that. But they were going to send a large amount to Epcot. Well,
it makes sense. I mean, Epcot is the only one not getting an addition. We had New Fantasyland, we have Avatar Land, and we have Star Wars Land, Toy Story Land. So,
Epcot needs more help.
It does.
It's really bad.
I just really am hoping that we never see Spaceship Olaf.
No, I don't think
if you're
gonna funny, that I can picture that in my head.
Or the Muppets present.
That's the Death Star now.
It's the Death Star.
Actually,
Galactic
that'd be kind of
History,
cool. Actually, but...
Galactic History, or the Muppets. Muppets do history as you go through Spaceship Earth, and you've got with the Muppets.
We didn't mention the Muppets and Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a Muppets. I'm not even fully understanding what's going on with this, but they're starting this fall. They're gonna have the Muppets in Liberty Square doing some kind of a something.
I'm not really sure
I don't know if they're animatronics.
I'm not really sure if they fit in Liberty Square doing something, but okay.
It's getting to the point now with Disney where I'm not sure anything really fits anywhere. I think they just sort of.
That kind of makes me sad. That's why I made
it special. IP wherever it goes. It's like Liberty Square doesn't have enough people. Let's throw some Muppets in there because we don't know what else to do.
Yes,
with them.
because nothing says Liberty Square like Muppets.
Yeah, well, if it's funny and it's additive. I mean, I don't mind something that's additive. I just don't like a lot of times that stuff to be old stuff to be taken away and then something lesser being put in its place. So
well, they're not taking away anything; they're just adding.
No, it's not the Country Bear Jamboree starring Fozzie the Bear yet.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would be kind of cool.
I haven't seen that. We haven't gone there for a few years either.
Because it's boring.
Yeah.
But we did do the Mark Twain last time. That was just fun.
And now I'm thinking they should take the Country Bear out and make it a Muppet show, but whatever.
No, people would riot. They'd love that thing.
They'd riot anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody's mad about everything all the time.
That's gonna be a podcast. We need to do a podcast. Just call it "You Can Never Change Disney World Ever" Disney World has to be exactly the same way it was when I was 10 years old.
Yeah, but everybody was
forever.
10 years old at different times,
Right.
and different things, so
And
it's
so-
never going to please anyone.
Because you can tell like the difference in people that grew up, 70s, 80s, 90s. 90s kids are complaining about Spectrum Magic not being around anymore, and then the 80s kids are complaining about stuff, and the 70s kids are like, where are my swan boats? And it's just like, it's funny. It's just funny that everybody's like, Disney has to be exactly the way I remember it when I was a kid forever. And our kids are going to be that way.
Probably.
For like 10, 15 years, they'll be like, where's that one thing that we went on that's not there anymore?
Yes, what the heck? Where is it?
Yeah. So, but I guess we're ready to wrap this one up.
Yes, I was just going to add, if I do find anything about recycling magic bands, I'll put it up on our Pinterest.
There we go.
I will check later and we'll put it on Pinterest.
That is a promise. We'll put it up on Pinterest. So follow us on iTunes, follow us on Stitcher, check out our website at piratesandprincesses.net. We're putting a bunch of blog posts up now.
Yeah.
So we've got some cool stuff up there.
There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up.
There's some cool stuff.
Changes.
A lot of changes, cool stuff coming up. Follow us on Facebook. That's kind of like ground zero, I think, now for us, because we've been posting a lot of videos out there and everything. And it's PNP Disney Podcast on Facebook.
And we also have our geek.
We do have our geek podcast. Yeah, Clownfish Radio is our other podcast where we talk about geek stuff, comics and movies.
Because we work in comics.
Yeah, so follow Clownfish Radio. And again, you can look for that on iTunes and Stitcher as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Follow us a lot of places.
Follow us.
Except for following us around in person.
Don't
That's
follow us in
creepy.
person. That is really creepy.
And I can't promise I won't mace you or something.
So Taser, hi, how you doing? Yeah. So now it's time to say goodbye.
To all our company.
I can't spell, so we're just gonna say goodbye. We will talk to you later.
Bye.
Pirates and Princesses is a production of Clownfish Studios. We are an unofficial Disney podcast, not endorsed or affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. You can visit us on the web at piratesandprincesses.net. That's piratesandprincesses.net. You can shoot us an email at piratespodcast@gmail.com. That's piratespodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.